The clock read 8 p.m. when Adam Wright stepped out of a rideshare car in front of one of the most sophisticated restaurants in the city. He opened the door for his girlfriend, Ellie Parker, a charismatic and good-humored young woman who was always present in Adam's channel videos. The two were excited for a special night. Not extravagant, just a quiet dinner. Despite being a millionaire, Adam preferred to dress simply. Black t-shirt, jeans, and understated sneakers. Ellie was also well-dressed, but without exaggeration. Neither of them cared about flaunting luxury or designer brands. As soon as they entered the restaurant lobby, they became the target of skeptical glances. Behind the reception desk, a tall maitre d' with impeccable posture assessed them from head to toe with a look of disdain. He adjusted his tie and let out an impatient sigh before speaking. "Good evening. How can I help you?" he asked in a cold, professional tone. "We have a reservation under the name Adam Wright," the YouTuber replied with a friendly smile. The maitre d' furrowed his brow, typed something into the computer, and soon found the name on the list. However, his expression did not improve. On the contrary, he raised an eyebrow and gave them a superior look. "Are you sure this reservation is yours? Our restaurant maintains a high standard, usually frequented by business people and important personalities," he said, emphasizing the last part as if trying to make them feel out of place. Then, with an ironic smile, he added, "Arriving in a rideshare? Interesting. Normally, our clients come in their own luxury vehicles or with private chauffeurs, but of course, to each their own," he said, with a slight tone of mockery. Adam exchanged a glance with Ellie, clearly understanding the insinuation. He remained calm and responded politely. "Yes, I'm sure. I made the reservation a week ago, and as it happens, I just don't like driving." The maitre d' forced a smile and pretended to check something on the screen, but soon let out a theatrical sigh. "Unfortunately, there was a system error and your reservation is no longer available. We apologize for the inconvenience." Ellie squeezed Adam's arm, sensing the provocation in the man's words. Before she could say anything, a well-dressed couple entered the restaurant without even being questioned, greeted with smiles and courtesy. Adam did not lose his temper. He simply took a deep breath and met the maitre d's gaze firmly. "All right, I understand. No problem," he said with a slight smile on his face. The maitre d' relaxed, thinking he had successfully gotten rid of the situation. But what no one knew was that Adam had discreetly recorded the entire scene with a hidden camera subtly embedded in the frame of his glasses. He held Ellie's hand and left the restaurant without making a scene. But deep down, he already knew exactly what he was going to do next. Get ready. You won't believe the twist in this story. Leave a like on this video and comment where you're watching from. And subscribe to the channel to see new videos. Adam Wright and Ellie Parker left the restaurant with their heads held high, but deep down, they felt the indignation burning inside them. The prejudice and disdainful treatment they had received were not just a personal offense, but a reflection of an elitist mindset that still persisted in many places. In the rideshare car, Ellie looked at Adam, noticing his thoughtful expression. "You already know what you're going to do, don't you?" she asked, well aware of her boyfriend's temperament. Adam gave a subtle smile and nodded. "This isn't going to end like this." As soon as they got home, Adam immediately transferred the recorded files to his computer. He watched the video carefully, each detail of the maitre d's behavior reinforcing his decision. The arrogance in the man's voice, the mocking tone when mentioning the rideshare, the way other customers were treated completely differently. It was the kind of material that sparked outrage and ignited discussion. That very night, he edited the video and wrote a powerful text to accompany the post. His goal wasn't just to expose the discrimination, but to start a larger conversation about how appearances still dictated how people were treated in certain places. A few hours later, the video went live with the title, "I was humiliated at a luxury restaurant for not looking rich." In less than an hour, the backlash was massive. Thousands of outraged comments poured in, shares skyrocketed, and other influencers began reacting to the story. The case spread rapidly across news sites and social media. People shared similar experiences at that very restaurant, confirming that the discrimination there was not an isolated incident. The next day, the restaurant was flooded with negative reviews. Rating platforms were filled with criticism. The establishment's manager tried to control the situation with an official statement, claiming it was all a misunderstanding, but no one bought that excuse. Meanwhile, Adam closely monitored everything. He knew that this exposure was just the beginning. Something bigger was on his mind, a plan that would make the situation even more impactful. Weeks later, his lawyer informed him that the restaurant was facing a financial crisis due to the scandal, and that its owners were desperate to sell the business before they lost even more money. Adam saw this as the perfect opportunity for an unforgettable twist. With a phone call and a few quick meetings, he closed the deal. The restaurant now belonged to him, and it was time to play his final card. Adam Wright was now the new owner of the restaurant that just weeks earlier had refused to serve him because of his simple appearance. The irony of the situation was something he intended to make the most of. But before making any changes, there was something very important to do. The night after acquiring the restaurant, Adam returned to the establishment with Ellie Parker by his side. This time, without needing a reservation, he walked in with confidence and headed straight to the reception desk. The same maitre d' who had treated him with contempt was there, and his face drained of color as he recognized the couple. "Good evening," Adam said with a slight smile. "Do you remember me?" The maitre d' swallowed hard, trying to maintain his professional demeanor. Yes, sir. Right. Adam Wright. And I'm the new owner of this restaurant." Adam then pulled an envelope from his folder and took out some papers. With a calm expression, he placed the purchase documents on the counter and slid them toward the maitre d'. "In case you have any doubts, everything is right here. My name is now on every contract, every license, and every detail of this place." The maitre d' looked at the papers, his hands trembling slightly. He had nowhere to run. The shock on his face was obvious. Other employees stopped what they were doing to listen to the conversation, whispering among themselves. Sir, I'm truly sorry if there was any misunderstanding that night," the maitre d' said, his arrogance now completely replaced by desperation. Adam crossed his arms and responded calmly. "I watched the video from that night many times. What happened wasn't a misunderstanding. It was prejudice. You judged me by my appearance, by the way I arrived here, and not by who I really am. It doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor. What should matter is treating every customer with respect. And now, I'm your boss." The maitre d' looked like he wanted to disappear. Ellie, standing beside Adam, held a firm gaze, showing no pity. The air in the room was thick with tension. "I could fire you right now," Adam continued, "but I want you to experience what you put others through." At that moment, he called one of the managers and gave his first order as the new owner. "From now on, this restaurant will be a welcoming place for everyone. I want the staff uniforms redesigned, the menu revamped, and the prices adjusted so that more people can afford to dine here. And this man," he pointed at the maitre d', "will be demoted to waiter. I want him to learn how to treat every customer with respect, no matter what they wear or what kind of car they drive." The maitre d's eyes widened, humiliated in front of everyone. The lesson had been delivered. Days later, the restaurant reopened with a new identity. Once known for its elitism and exclusivity, it was now recognized for its high-quality service for all customers. To ensure a new level of excellence, Adam hired one of the renowned hosts from the MasterChef show to manage the kitchen and create an exclusive menu. The innovative dishes quickly won over the public, and people came to love this new phase of the restaurant. The transformation was an absolute success. And to make sure the story was documented, Adam recorded everything and posted it on his channel. The video went viral, reaching millions of views. In the comments, people celebrated the justice served and the lesson taught to the restaurant and its former maitre d'. In the end, Adam didn't just overcome the humiliation he suffered that night. He used his position to create a positive impact. His greatest revenge was turning that place of exclusion into a symbol of respect. And with that, he proved that money doesn't buy character, but it can be used to change mindsets and correct injustices. This story proves that a person's true worth isn't in their appearance, but in their actions. Adam turned humiliation into a powerful lesson and showed that respect should always come before prejudice. If this story moved you, leave a like and share it with someone who needs to see this. Comment below what you thought of this incredible twist, and don't forget to subscribe to Stories for You for more amazing content like this. See you in the next video.